My name is Jessy Dershem, and I started working with Oklahoma Blood Institute in 2008. Shortly after I started with OBI, I went to a blood drive to see how everything was done, and at that blood drive, we had a Be The Match Registry. I thought, why not sign up? So I went over and found out a little more information about Be The Match, and I signed up. Being the most common blood type, O positive, I never really thought I would get called, and I went on working for OBI. So every day I asked people to give blood, I asked businesses to host blood drives. I really am bought into our life-saving mission, but never once again did I really think about being on the bone marrow registry. In 2014, I got a phone call. A lady told me that I was a possible match for a person needing a stem cell transplant. I was really excited. I had so much going on at this point in my life. I had been going through in vitros and IUIs trying to get pregnant. My husband and I had infertility issues for about 4.5 years. And I just had so much going on. I'd kind of passed the point of trying to get pregnant, and now I actually had a surgery scheduled to have my tubes tied and kind of put to rest trying to have a baby. So my husband was a little skeptical. He didn't know if he wanted me to put off our surgery. It was something I really needed, but I thought, no, I have to see this through. And in order to continue and be a possible match, I couldn't have a surgery in case that patient needed the transplant soon. So I postponed my surgery. That's why I signed up. It was in case someone ever needed my stem cells, I could provide them for them. So I went on with the process, and each week I would get a little closer. They would call me and just let me know, okay, you're still a possible candidate. About a month or so went by, and I got a call saying that I was the best possible match for this person. It turned out to be a 63-year-old man from France. My dad at the time was 64, and so it really got me thinking that could be my dad needing that stem cell transplant. And I would hope that whoever signed up on the list, if they came up a match for him, that they would see it through. And so I knew no matter what was going on with my own personal life, I needed to see this through. And so I came to the city, and I had a full physical. They made sure that I was healthy enough first to be able to give that transplant. So I had blood work taken, I had x-rays done, a couple different doctors looked at me. I sat down with Dr. Smith, and he really explained the process to me and my husband to put him at ease. And I went on with being the best match for this person. So in April of that year, I came down, and for 2 days, I, through a blood donation, just hooked up to one of our machines, I was able to donate more than 3 million stem cells. It was the craziest thing ever. I did have to take a few shots weeks before to boost my stem cells so that I would produce more and have enough. And it was a pretty simple process. I had just got done doing years of in vitro and IUIs, and so I was pretty used to all that. But I came down, I donated 3 million stem cells, and right after that, the carrier from France who was there to get the transplant for the patient, he was there at the end of my donation. He collected my stem cells and went off with them. And shortly after that, the patient received my 3 million stem cells. My whole life, people have always said, it's better to give than it is to receive. And through this whole process, I really got to experience that because, like I said, my husband and I had battled with infertility, and I had done everything to try to get pregnant with years of being unsuccessful. I later, after my transplant, I rescheduled my surgery to have my tubes tied and have all my complications fixed. And when I went in to have my surgery just 2 months after this donation, I was hooked up, getting ready to go back to surgery, and the anesthesiologist came in and said, "Man, we're not going to be able to do surgery on you today." And I asked why, and he said, "Well, you're pregnant." And I thought, there's no way possible. You don't know the years that I've gone through to try to get pregnant. And it turns out, timing-wise, just 2 weeks after my donation, I got pregnant. The only thing that I can attribute this to, and even speaking with my doctor, is my stem cells were so high at that point that it could have helped my body produce eggs or anything. To me, I don't need to know the science behind it. It's more of a miracle that I put my life on hold to follow through what I preach every day. To every employee that works for OBI, we believe in this life-saving mission. We're asking people to donate. We're asking them to take time out of their day to help someone else. And it took a lot of courage to do that, but in doing that, I got my miracle that I'd been wanting in my own life. And so I never am gonna meet the 63-year-old man from France that I got to donate to, but he gave me such a wonderful gift in return. So I pray that he's doing well, and today we're celebrating my daughter, Georgia, who was born from this, her 1-year birthday. So to see this gift come full circle has been the most amazing thing. I would encourage every employee for OBI, if you haven't signed up on Be The Match, get signed up. Just like donating blood, this is one more way that you can help a patient. And it's really a connection that you get with those patients. You're that one person, that one best match for them, and it does mean life or death. And if you're out there and you're a blood donor, but you've never signed up on Be The Match, get signed up. It's such a simple process to get signed up. You may be called, you may not. For me, it took 6 years to get that phone call. But when you get the chance to donate for a patient, you have the honor of doing it. It was literally one of the greatest experiences of my life. So sign up for Be The Match and be someone's life-saving hero.